train fans, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris. Thank you for being here today. Continuing on with our George Herbert Walker Bush train series, I have here a box that I picked up from trains.com, and finally gonna get this thing open. It's been sitting around for a while, so we should have something interesting here to look at. Right, we have the George Bush 41 Presidential Library and Museum Boxcar from Lionel in Lionscale. Made in the USA. Oh, I love to see that. Of US and imported parts. Alright, so as we can see from the sticker here, this is a METCA exclusive boxcar that was put out, so it's a limited edition run. Alright, let's take a close look at this. So this boxcar came out a few years ago, before I was even a METCA member or got back into trains. And on the METCA website, under their previous cars, cellophane's kind of separating there. Seen better days, this box. Anyway, on the website it mentioned that this boxcar was made to accompany the George Bush locomotive and caboose, so this may predate the whole funeral train specifically. Lionel did previously release the George Bush engine just by itself after Union Pacific had created it. So here's that scale boxcar with that Air Force One coloring scheme, presidential seal logo, Union Pacific on there. Got some nice running boards here on top, add-on ladders all over the place. It has a good weight to it. Trucks are die cast. Now, springs are just there for decoration. Hidden here under the ladder almost is not only the Lionel Item number of this product, but also built 2019 by Lionel and METCA right on there. So that's cool. So yes, this was 2019. So I believe the funeral train itself was December 2018, the real thing. And then in 2019, Volume 2, Lionel put the funeral train in their catalog. And then in 2020 was when the funeral train was shipped to customers that had ordered it. So it looks like there's a light amount of dust on this piece. So it doesn't have any runtime on the wheels. So it must have been out on display with its prior owner. We have some minor things, a little scrape on the underside here. And then on the running board up top, there's like a little small nick there. It's almost unnoticeable. Other than that, I mean, all the colors are very nice. Some little blemish or mark over here. Yeah, it's definitely kind of a scratch here on the paint there. Something indented there. But overall, looks really nice. Looks like this top rung of the ladder here is bent. Or actually, the very top rung is missing altogether. That one's gone. This one's broken in half, and the rest of them are there. So, yeah, I got a little mishandled. I don't know if that was from the prior owner or at trains or during shipment or whatnot. But, well, that's just the way we got it. But glad to have it. This was a limited edition, so really happy to have it and get it here on the layout with our George Bush train set. It's a beautiful boxcar. So I'm just going to give it a light dusting, and we'll throw on the track, see how it looks behind the George Bush engine. You have some minor details here on the bottom. So, yeah, cool boxcar. And for comparison, here we have the METCA boxcar paired up here with the George Bush Lionel Presidential Library engine, which is specifically the later version from the funeral set, but it should be identical to the one that was released previously. So we have that blue Air Force One theme here going on. Yeah, this blue is definitely a little different than the blue of the engine here, but it's still nice and goes well together. You can see kind of like these vertical print lines almost, but it still looks pretty sharp. And I know METCA must still be proud of it because to this day they feature this in their thumbnail for the store on their website. Alright, so now we got the boxcar on the tracks directly behind our engine. And if we continue moving back, after our METCA boxcar, we have these two tank cars, which are exclusive to Train World. So I have a separate video on those if you'd like to check it out. And then past that, we have the rest of our funeral train set. So without further ado, let's go ahead and fire this train up, see it in action. Well, folks, there we have it in all of its glory. The METCA exclusive limited edition run George Bush 41 Lionscale Boxcar from 2019. A really nice addition for any George Bush train. Hats off to METCA for another cool idea they came up with and released for collectors. Thanks, Stu. Well, if you made this far, you know the drill. Please do like the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out our other videos. We really appreciate it. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Yeah, it's definitely kind of a scratch here on the paint there. Something indented there. But overall, Looks really nice. Looks like this top rung of the ladder here is bent. Or actually, the very top rung is missing altogether. That one's gone. This one's broken in half, and the rest of them are there. So, yeah, I got a little mishandled. I don't know if that was from the prior owner or at trains or during shipment or whatnot. But, well, that's just the way we got it. But glad to have it. This was a limited edition, so overall it still looks fantastic. Really happy to have it and get it here on the layout with our George Bush train set.